Oh my gosh, this is amazing, and I just want to say you are listening to Wrestling with Savage, the best podcast in the history of podcasts. Max Caster, your future AEW champion. Fucking man. Yeah.
Pedigree, 1, 2, 3, project you live as a champ. A last ride straight to hell, a tombstone, a choke slam. Here to give it to you raw. This is Wrestling with Savage. Smackdown, hold the title. This is Wrestling with Savage. What?
Wrestling with Savage begins now.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Wrestling with Savage. We're back for episode 107, and we're live with you tonight to bring you Monday Night Raw. It's me, Savage. It's Jay. What's going on, buddy? How you doing, man? How was your weekend? We've been off for a while. When was the last time we did a show? It was Tuesday? I believe it was NXT. Oh, yeah, that's right. There was Dynamite. The sweeper. That was it feels like it was so long ago. If you guys don't realize, we skipped out on SmackDown. We skipped out on Rampage this week. And the reason we did that is because, honestly, I feel we could bring you a better show in the first 3 days of the week, and then everybody gets a break. You don't have to worry about catching up with Wrestling with Savage on Friday nights anymore. Because, honestly, we can bring you all the SmackDown and the Rampage on the days we do the big shows. Monday nights is officially going to be WWE night, where we're going to cover Raw, we're going to cover SmackDown. We're just going to talk about WWE in general for the week, what's going on, new signings, people getting fired, people that should be getting fired. A couple of people should have got fired tonight after what I saw tonight. Saw some abominations tonight. I wasn't really happy with the Monday Night Raw overall. It was okay. The main event was subpar. Were you excited about Raw at all tonight? Yeah, I mean, it was coming to you live from the St. Paul Center, Minnesota, from the Xcel Energy Center. Judgment Day would open up the night. Which right away I was like, oh, here we go again. Judgment Day opening up the night. It's going to go down that same path. Finn Balor, Damian cutting a promo. Rhea doing her little whisper thing. Dom with his stupid one-liner, because apparently he can't say more than one sentence without just fucking sounding stupid. Man, I feel like the storyline could be done so much better if it was taken from, like, a more serious direction. They got to get past this whole initial beginning, I guess, with Daddy, right? Puppy and Daddy. Because according to Ripley, she can be Dom's mommy or daddy or puppy. Which one do you think he likes the most? Do you think he likes puppy or daddy? We get a promo from Finn Balor. He's talking about how Edge came back. He says, let's hear it for Edge. Best line was, Judgment Day catches up to all of us. I thought that was actually a strong line by Balor. He says, I'm going to make Edge quit. He went on to say that this was Damian now. He says the Judgment Day will always rise. That's his signature line. It's good. He's good at delivering it. Ripley does her thing, whispers in Dom's ear. And Dom then comes out and uses the line, Jefe, I hate you. I have a new family now. Finn Balor messed up pretty bad tonight when he said I could have ended your career last night. Which was a pretty big fuck up. He said he was so mad that he fucked up. He meant to say last week, but he's so mad. Finn Balor's so mad. I met Finn Balor. He doesn't seem like a guy that gets too mad. He doesn't seem like he gets too mad. Not at all. This was going to lead straight into the first match of the night, which was going to be AJ Styles and Rey Mysterio versus Finn Balor and Damian Priest. Can we just stop the Three Amigos already? Can we just stop the tributes to Eddie every week? Every week? At least Finn Balor does them good. Who do you think does the Three Amigos better? Finn Balor or Rey? Or Dom? None. Who's the best Three Amigos besides Eddie Guerrero? There's none. No comparison, right? Oh, man. Dom baits his dad. Ripley takes him out with a shitty clothesline. Finn and Priest take out AJ and pick up the win. After the match, Finn Balor attacked AJ Styles, screaming, "You're my friend. Why don't you listen to me?" What did you think of all this? Did you think it was good? Okay? Mediocre? Every Monday. Hold on, Jay. We got a problem here. We have an issue. Thank God there's nobody watching yet. That's good. That's a good thing. I don't know. Your sound's not coming through, but I'm gonna fix that right now. It's probably something on my end. Apparently, I've been Let's see. Try now. Go ahead.
Check.
Yeah, perfecto. Yeah, and welcome back to Wrestling with Savage. This is Jay. I am Savage. You've heard me the whole fucking time. Luckily, Jay just started really talking. He told us what's up. Said he wasn't excited for Raw, and now he's going to let us know about the match we were just talking about, which was the tag team match.
Besides just being a shit show, I look at the good, and the good is Damian Priest. Once again, confidence on the mic, shows aggression, knows how to control the crowd. Crowd is even into it. You got to give it to him. Judgment will always rise. That's a great line by Damian Priest right there. Rhea Ripley was a little weak to me tonight. I didn't like the little background ooh and ah and the whole Dominic and I'm whispering in your ear type of shit. It wasn't doing it for me tonight. So, I don't know. I don't think she came off strong. And Finn had the fuck up. I mean, I didn't really like it even before the fuck up. So it was doing nothing for me anyway. So I'm really interested in the match though. First time ever Edge versus Finn Balor. It was one of Edge's wish list, I know, on his bucket list. So it should be a good match if there's no silly shit. There was a lot of silly shit in the match. Once again, when I mean same shit every week, just different matches, we see the same shit with Dominic on his knees, telling his father, hit me, come on, hit me. We saw this last week, folks. We saw it the week before when he turned heel. So what's new this week? It's the same shit, same result ending. The coup de grace looked like crap. I don't even think he even put some flight into it. He just kind of jumped and just kind of landed slowly.
It was alright.
I don't know what
that
was about.
I thought AJ had a better performance in the match than Finn or Damian. I mean, AJ was okay, but at the end of the day, he looks bad because he loses yet again.
It didn't look good. I don't know about after the match, you know.
Well, they just beat the shit out of him after the match. I mean,
I just didn't. It didn't do it for me either. Beating AJ, I'm like, okay, where is this going? Nowhere. Okay.
Yeah, no, it was bad. It was bad. Right after the match, the commentary tells us Daniel Cormier will be the special referee in the Fight Pit match. Are you excited about this Fight Pit match? We're gonna get more into that later tonight because obviously they're gonna hype it up. But you know what? Just save your answer. Just save your answer. We got a video from earlier today. Bobby Lashley interview. Well, they want to know what's next with Bobby. You know, he's got a 3-month dominant reign right now, which I've enjoyed his last 3-month reign. I think he's been doing a good job with it. They handled him the belt, the way they've been hyping him up, presenting him. He's not losing. He's dominating. Tonight was a little interesting because you had Mustafa Ali come in and interrupt him. And first off, what did you think of that? I'm going to get right into you because I know you're a pretty big critic on Mustafa Ali. He also had the braids tonight, new look. We haven't seen him in a while, so maybe this is like a repackaging. We'll get into the match momentarily because obviously this is going to lead into a match. But what did you think?
I don't know if this guy is kissing ass or licking ass backstage and getting TV time. I don't understand the purpose of this guy. He's been on the list for me since day one. I started laughing when he came out with the braids. No offense. I just laughed the shit out of my TV. I think that was the funniest thing the whole night. Mustafa Ali coming out with braids. Are you fucking kidding me right now? If you follow his career, folks, then you will understand why it was funny to me. It doesn't go with his so-called background religion. But anyway, what the fuck, man? What was the point of this? I do not understand. I did not take Mustafa Ali's promo to Lashley seriously. It didn't come on. I can't even believe Lashley sold some facials, so kudos to Lashley. He's kind of a good actor, just selling like Ali, like, oh my God. You know, what do we really see in this match? I didn't really see nothing. No offense, I don't really have anything even in my notes. I just have that Lashley just throws Ali, you know? Just throws him in his little famous ring post and the spear. 1, 2, 3. I mean, what was the point of this? I don't understand it. I would have been fine with just a promo. This is shit to me, man. I'm not even going to rate it. It was just pointless.
Well, I thought it kind of came out of nowhere because it just makes no sense because he's had no business, no dealings with Bobby Lashley at all from what I know of recently. So how do you come out of nowhere and you just... First of all, where do you get off just thinking that you deserve an opportunity? Who have you beat lately? What have you done? All you've done was look bad and lose. You got shitted on by The Miz. You got shitted on by, you know, a lot of other people that I don't even want to name anymore. But you did. You got shitted on by Theory. That's for sure. Without a doubt. So, like, you're coming out here demanding championship matches on national television with your new look and your new this. I think it would have better suited him if he came out with this repackaging, just having a match tonight, right? Coming out, winning the match, gaining some momentum, and then doing this. Like, after. Let's say after Ali's match, they go right to an interview with Lashley. And then Ali's pissed off because he's like, I just won, and they're interviewing you. Something like that. It would have made more sense. It's a better booking. I mean, if it was me, I wouldn't have booked him to begin with. I would have sent his ass down to unemployment line to get that check. But I don't run.
First of all, I think everybody can agree. Everybody changed their channel once they saw Mustafa Ali come out. I think we just lost 300,000 views right here.
Maybe. I'm sure somebody definitely. Man, it was bad.
No rating.
Yeah, I'm definitely not rating it. We're gonna get the segment where Seth Rollins and Matt Riddle face to face. They're gonna have a face-off coming up next, but they can't touch each other. They can't touch each other. There's a special rule tonight. By the way, tomorrow night, make sure you're watching NXT 2.0. We're going to have live coverage, bringing you the latest in tomorrow's six-woman tag match of Alba Fire, Nikita Lyons, Zoe Stark versus Mandy Rose, JC Jane, and Gigi Dolan, the hottest attraction in professional wrestling, toxic attraction. And they will be there live for you tomorrow night. You're also going to get the Grayson Waller. I believe Grayson Waller is going to be on the show. I believe we're going to get the State of the Commonwealth tomorrow from Pretty Deadly, your NXT undisputed tag team champions.
There's a rumor going on. Just want to tell the folks before we get back into Raw.
Yeah, we got to get
back into rumor. Big rumor tomorrow, folks. Zion Quinn may make an appearance. Stay tuned.
Yeah. We get a little segment real quick. They just give us a little Sami Zayn bloodline. Of course, the saga between, I believe it's Jey Uso and Sami Zayn. They can't stand each other. Sami's doing a great job, with all this. He's the whole thing he's the reason why I even watch the bloodline, besides Solo Sikoa, who now is also carrying the workload of the bloodline, and it's paying off. Good call by Triple H to bring Solo in. Perfect timing, by the way, to bring Solo in. If this was Vince McMahon run operation, Solo would still be on Tuesday nights. Vince would have been like, he's not ready yet. But Triple H, like we said Solo's ready. Out of all the guys right there, he's 100% ready, and he didn't even need the NXT Championship. He's already kicking ass. He hasn't lost a match yet. He's still undefeated. That's a big thing. They might keep this kid undefeated for a while. Imagine Solo's the one that takes the title from Roman Reigns. That's a swerve.
Man.
I doubt it too. I don't think that's where that's headed, unless he starts selling merchandise through the roof or something. I don't know.
We'll see.
All right, we get Seth Rollins out here now. Seth Rollins is going to be doing his thing. Oh, no. Wait, it's the Bobby Lashley match. That's right. Bobby Lashley comes out.
Horrible match.
Bobby Lashley comes out. Oh, wait. I don't even know if that's what's going on right now.
It comes out after the match with and stomps him.
Oh, that's right. That's right. They had the match. Bobby Lashley absolutely destroyed Mustafa Ali. It wasn't even, like, questionable. It was just completely... yeah, here it is right there. Yeah. Almighty Bobby Lashley versus Mustafa Ali. Bobby Lashley beat the crap out of Ali until Ali disrespected him with a slap, and Bobby basically snaps him, beats him. Even worse, gets pissed off. Just busts him up with the fucking hurt lock. He gets the win. Seth comes out with a curb stomp out of nowhere on Bobby Lashley, and then the curb stomp out of nowhere on Ali just because he can. And I thought this was stupid because now you're telling me you're going to curb stomp these two guys. One of them you're booking as a strong champion. He's just going to leave the ring and not get revenge on Seth Rollins immediately. To me, that makes Bobby look weak when you do that, Tim. Do you agree with that, or do you think I'm overreaching on that one?
Listen, man.
Tell me the truth, man.
The way Lashley's being booked the last couple of weeks, he just looks weak, period. Let's face it, the booking's bad. He's going to lose the belt next week. I could just see it going down to a toilet bowl, just like Strowman and a future opponent, which I can't believe they're going to book him against. So there's nothing going good here. It's just a matter of time for him to lose the belt.
That's true. What did you also think of Ali's pants right there with the Chicago tribute? You know, basically look like CM Punk ripoff kind of pants.
First of all, I think it was disrespectful to have Ali on TV tonight in front of everybody on the USA Network and on my own eyes and on my own TV. I think my TV doesn't work right now. I have to go check. So it was very disrespectful. I didn't like it. I found those colors as an insult. I'm from New York, bitch. So that's me.
I mean, I guess he's trying to steal some kind of thunder and take something. It looks like he's just trying to take something from Punk. You know, I know he's from Chicago, and he was even a police officer in Chicago. So, yeah, I get it. I understand. Listen, if it's something that's personal to him or whatever.
Savage, if you're an Ali fan, please, I do not want to hear this.
I'm not an Ali fan. I'm not an Ali fan right now. I'm just saying that, you know, I'm understanding where he's coming from using it. But there's the screenshot of Seth Rollins getting that nasty curb stomp. I got a really good picture of him curb stomping Ali, man. What a beauty. I'm a professional photographer, man. That was great. Seth Rollins celebrating. He's basically saying, I cleared the ring of Bobby Trashley. I thought that was a great line. Welcome to Monday Night Rollins. We get a video package to reintroduce us to the fight pit. No ropes, just steel. Used in NXT many times. Rollins says he is the most dangerous man in the industry today. Riddle comes out. Rollins is basically telling him, scoot your annoying face out here so you can piss me off in person. Riddle says he is going to kill Seth Rollins this Saturday. Nice singing voice, Rollins says. Do you sing to your kids like that at night? Oh, wait. You're not allowed to see your kids anymore. That was good. That was a strong line. But more of the same. Basically antagonizing Riddle, telling him, hit me. Oh, wait, you can't because you got a big money fight and, you know, child support's very expensive. Riddle asks, when was the last time you even main evented WrestleMania? Last time I checked, you're second to Roman and second to Becky Lynch. And this Saturday, you're going to be second to me. What'd you think of this promo from Riddle and Seth Rollins over there?
You know, I try to understand why certain matches they have to have a face-to-face or a contract signing or a one-on-one interview, which is face-to-face, just in different words. I try to understand it. I don't know why. And for some reason, this felt repetitive to me. It felt like I heard this before, and I'm sure we all did. And, it, you know, if I had to say something, it made me chuckle because of Rollins. I think he carries it. It was good by him. Cut a good promo. Strong line with Riddle's kids. I really thought Riddle felt that. You could see it in his face, like, oh wow, he really got me there. His comeback line, I wasn't really feeling it. The whole Becky thing, and I heard it before, and I heard Rollins before too. But Rollins' facials and everything just gets it. He gets it to the crowd. I only thought the good thing from Riddle that got him going tonight. What was it? Was the bro song chant? So I thought that was pretty cool. And if he were to get the win, I could see people doing that. I could even see people doing it during the match. So I thought that was the only good thing going for him in this promo. But once again, it's the same thing I hear from both. Rollins with the great facial sells it with the line with the kids. I'll give it a 2-star. I mean, it's nothing glamorous, but it's average and it's repetitive, but it's fair because of Rollins.
You know, when I think back to great rivalries of the past, a lot of them always had awesome vignettes, especially back in the day when they only had 4 pay-per-views a year. You know, even though there wasn't that many shows like there is today and there wasn't social media, they still had to do 3 months of promos. That's almost 12 promos, 12 different vignettes, 12 different interviews, 12 different in-ring segments, whatever it is. They still have to do 12 something because you have superstars every week, you have Raw every week. You know, they had to do something. Why can't they get more creative when you have a guy like Seth Rollins who's so talented in every single aspect of the business? Why aren't they doing like incredible vignettes with Seth Rollins? You know, if they did the right kind of vignette with creativity behind it in the real world setting, being filmed like a movie, you know what I'm saying? Take it out of the ring, because we see that crap, like you said, all the time. It's repetitive. The only way you can get away from that repetitiveness is when you do something completely different. So my problem is, and maybe we're going to see change now with the season premiere of Raw, you know, because now this will be a Triple H's official first season where he has full control from the get. I hope. And I think Triple H is a vignette guy. But I think vignettes are underutilized in the WWE. NXT does a better job with vignettes than fucking Monday Night does. It's crazy. It's crazy. Even AEW is getting away from the vignettes. Even AEW is getting away from the vignettes, bro. You know, when they first started, they were doing all those remember they were doing all those Brody Lee vignettes, bro? And Miro vignettes and Best Friends vignettes. Dude, they were good Young Bucks. We're even doing some good vignettes. Where the fuck are all the vignettes now? It's like a lost art, man. NXT's the only one that does it well. HBK.
Best show in the world.
It's pretty freaking good. Here we see a picture of the steel cage. Have you seen any of Riddle's cage fights from NXT? Or actually, have you ever seen him fight in UFC?
He was alright. I don't even thought he was great, but I saw his like one match in UFC. He was alright. I mean, nothing glamorous, like crazy shit.
And what do you think about Daniel coming over here being the special left? Do you think that's even necessary? How many eyes is it really going to bring? That's my question to you. How many new people do you think are going to tune in just because he's the special ref?
I think this is just desperation on their end. Like, it's desperation for people to just get excited about this match. So I think they really want to hype it. They really want to cement it. They want to make sure that this match, which is it's not a debut, but it's a debut on the main roster on a pay-per-view. They want to start it strong. They want to have a special guest, kind of like, you know, WrestleMania, right? Back in the day. So they want to do it sort of like that, and I get it, but I don't see Daniel Cormier really good in this match, and you don't really need a special guest. I mean, if you ever saw the Fight Pit, which I saw twice, you know, you don't really need it. It's an average match, and it depends on who's there and what type of style, and I can already see the type of match these guys are going to have. You know, they're going to have a lot of groundwork. They're going to go on top, and they're going to have sort of like a little street fight up there, so it's going to be a little back and forth.
I could see these two guys getting physical, though, just for the benefit of us to have, like, you know, a better experience with the match.
I just don't think this styles is going to just clash great in this match.
That's an interesting point. We're going to have to wait and see. Listen, man, at the end of the day, I've seen Riddle have bangers in NXT. More than I have in WWE. Especially over the last year, because it was so saturated down with the RK Bro and the moveset copying Randy. And give me the Riddle from NXT. If this is going to be Riddle's break, he's going to lose this match.
It is,
right? He's going to lose this match.
I don't think he will. I don't think he will.
Wow.
I think, like I said, I think you have to cement, because this is a debut on a pay-per-view. I think you have to cement this match. You have to have.
What do you mean debut on pay-per-view? Like the fight pit cage or his?
What I mean by that, folks, is basically when I say debut, is basically this is not going to be the first and last. I feel like this is going to be the first, and we'll see it again, you know, next year, and so on and so after. It's going to be one of those type of matches. So it's going to be like a Hell in a Cell, right? A type of option, sort of say. So, you know, it's not a one and done, and I could say the same thing about War Games. That's not going to be a one and done either. That's going to be a debut, you know, coming up very soon, and it's going to be the same. And
so you're thinking this is going to be an Extreme Rules staple?
The only way I could see this match going great is to put weapons, which I think they should, on top to make it more fair and more interesting. If they could do that, then they could pull it off.
Interesting. I'm definitely excited about the pay-per-view this Sunday. There's some matches that I have a lot of interest in, which we'll get into that momentarily. But the Seth Rollins Riddle one is definitely one that I think is going to be a banger, and I also think it's going to be the main event.
And I know Triple H was just saying shit to the public and everything because, you know, it's a public trading company, but this match will also need to have blood as well as weapons. It needs to have blood.
Well, because of the animosity, and
it needs to have blood.
Rollins already has the stitch cut right there, so it's ready to be popped open again.
It needs to. For a match like this to cement, it needs to have blood, period. I'm sorry. No ifs about it.
We'll see what happens. I don't know if
it's
it
like,
needs
listen,
blood, but
I'm gonna get.
I want to watch it.
And I'm going to say the same thing. War Games, you cannot just have a fucking men's War Games without blood, okay? Because if that's the case, then it's fucking shit. So it's the same shit as the pit. Same shit in concept.
We'll see what happens. Because he has said publicly that, you know, they can't go backwards.
You tell me a War Games in the 90s that didn't have no fucking blood.
All right, at the end of the day, they could always bleed and just say, hey, listen, it happens. It's, you know, it's sports entertainment. Shit happens.
It better be blood in the pit.
There probably will be. They probably will be. We're going to have to wait till Saturday. Saturday for Extreme Rules. I will be doing a live play-by-play commentary. We'll be starting at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. Make sure you're there. If you're going to watch the show, but listen to my commentary with the show. I promise you better commentary than, I believe Michael Cole should be on duty for this one. I believe he will be there. Next up, we're going to get a little video package with Dakota. I'm sorry, not Dakota Kai, excuse me. Dakota Kai will be coming up in action. She will be taking on Candice LeRae, who's having a little moment with Bianca Belair, Alexa Bliss, and Asuka. And they also make a little matrix glitch happen, and the white code pops up. The QR code pops up. I didn't scan this one, but there is a screenshot of it right there. If you guys want to scan it right now, please let us know what it means in the chat. I'd love to. No. I'm sure it's some other dumb clue to some city and some zip code where Bray Wyatt fucked a rabbit or something. I don't know at this point. I mean, they're pretty much going over the top with this. The QR code's going to come into play later tonight. Did you notice it on the back of the clipboard when they were doing the contract signing?
I just didn't care about it.
I got a screenshot of that as well, so we'll give you that one too. Yeah, but Candice LeRae is going to be taking on Dakota Kai later on. But first, we're going to get a little segment with The Miz. He's talking about Dexter Lumis. He's asking, where is Ciampa? I have not seen him in weeks. No one is going to mess with my birthday celebration next week in Brooklyn. Corey right away starts texting Maurice because he thinks Miz is in danger. because, of course, there in the screenshot you can see Dexter Lumis looming in the background, plotting his next move on The Miz. And I gotta say, as corny as this has been at some points, it's still kind of cool because it's Halloween right now. So maybe there's a chance they could do something cool with this. I don't think so, but I'm going to hope for the best. And I'd like to think that this is connected to the White Rabbit in some capacity. And then I want to ask you also, did you see the picture I sent in the group chat today of Seth Rollins, Theory, and The Miz doing the Shield pose at a house show? Any thoughts on that?
Not yet. I'm going to let it play out, see what happens.
Okay.
Pretty weird, but that's about it.
Do you have any thoughts on the Miz promo segment they did, or just skip it on to
It's
the
just
match?
pass on this because it's just silliness. So
Damage Control is coming out. They've been hyping up this ladder match between Bayley and Bianca for a while tonight, and pretty much Damage Control kind of ran the show tonight. They were all over the place. They were on TV more than anybody tonight.
They were the first group to ever be all over TV and make a bunch of botches. The first group in the history of Monday Night Raw.
They pretty much ran Monday Night Raw right into the ground tonight.
Yeah,
Candice LeRae versus Dakota Kai. Dakota Kai picking up the win with some help from Damage Control, of course. The match was bad. Candice LeRae, I don't know who.
Bad.
It was bad. This was a bad match. They don't have good chemistry at all. A lot of the shots weren't even connected. The timing looked off. Candice was trying to make up for it with some like springboard cross bodies. She did like a mini springboard German suplex that even looked sloppy. That's what I would call this match tonight. It was a sloppy mess, and it looked like something you would see on NXT Level Up.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. There was nothing good. The horrible kick to the face when she did to Kai picture to picture was so bad. They didn't even make any connection. Natural selection looked like shit. I mean, I was very disappointed. I think LeRae really needs to go back being a heel. This whole kayfabe shit is not working. I don't rate this match.
I did like the cover by Dakota Kai, where she sat on Candice's legs. That was the only part of the match I liked. A, because it looked good, like a good cover, and B, because it ended it and it was over. The best part of all this was watching Candice LeRae lose and then instantly going into a zoom shot of Johnny Gargano's face. And we get a segment with Johnny. He's walking and he sees The Miz, and The Miz is passed out. Johnny's like, oh, that's not good. Very interesting. And Miz, of course, holding a picture that Dexter left for him. Nice sketch of The Miz enjoying a birthday cake with Dexter Lumis looking over his shoulder. Miz selling this as well as he can. I wonder what he really thinks about all this. And then, of course, we get the interview with Damage Control. This interview was even worse than the match. It was so bad and so repetitive. And it's like every one of their interviews is the exact same. And right now we're going to ask Jay and everyone out there to just have a quick moment of silence in memory of Antonio Inoki. Rest in peace, Antonio Inoki. Alright, we have a little moment for Antonio. If you've never caught Antonio Inoki's work, you might want to check it out. He is a YouTube legend. I'm sure you heard a story of the Japanese wrestler that beat up the American giant that wasn't selling for him. Big fat guy wasn't selling for him, and he was hurting Antonio in the match, and Antonio got sick of it and straight up beat the crap out of this man, made him a bloody mess, beat the shit out of him and beat him and left him bloody. And he did a lot of things like that. He did a lot of crazy things. He fought Muhammad Ali. He beat Hulk Hogan. He beat Bob Backlund for the WWF Championship back in the day that they never actually officially considered even a thing, even though he did it. He held the WWF Championship, even if it was for one night and one night only. He was a WWF champion. Antonio Inoki. created more legends and stars than maybe even Triple H. If you look at all the people that he trained from back in the day till now, even now, we have wrestlers who are wrestling today who were trained by this guy. Shinsuke Nakamura, Kenny Omega, Muta, Sting. I can go on and on. This guy trained them all. Legend. And rest in peace. He will be missed. Do you have any memories of Antonio?
No.
Okay. No problem. You should look him up, though. He was a fucking absolute legend, bro. We're going to get a match now. Johnny Gargano versus Otis with Theory and Chad Gable. Gable, I thought, came off actually pretty strong tonight, telling us that, you know, he used to be Braun's coach, and this Monday on Raw, I'm going to finish the job. Master Gable is going to slay the monster later tonight. Theory joins the commentary table. Theory asks Byron, how do you still have a job? That was the best line of the night from him. Otis picks up the win with the world's strongest slam after the assist from Theory. Now Braun Strowman on his way to the ring cleans house as the next match is set to start. Real quick, what did you think of the first match between Gargano and Otis? I thought it was pretty good.
First of all, you're seeing the number one baby face that's coming up very soon in the season premiere, Johnny freaking Gargano. He is the replacement that we always needed, Savage, since Cody Rhodes has been down with the pectoral. We have got our wish, Savage. It has come early. Christmas has come early, folks. That's right. I am a Johnny Gargano guy. And this match, it was okay. It wasn't good, believe it or not, no matter how much I'm hyping Gargano. But you had the DDT followed by the super kick. You had the tornado DDT on the side. Of course, we're going to see some interference. There with the briefcase, boom, the slam. I'm surprised he even took the L on this, but he took it. It is what it is. This match was okay. You know, Johnny is a fast type of dude. He needs to fight a guy like Theory. So it's leading up to so we see a match next week in the season premiere, which is actually going to be a good match, I think, between Theory and Gargano. So I can't wait, man. But this match, it was just
I got a nice picture of that DDT on the apron, bro. I mean,
it's
considering it was 1.5, you said? No, I'll give it a 2. I'll give it a 2. I'll give it a 2.
I can't.
I'll give it a 2. I'll give it a 2. It was solid for what the limitations are and how big Otis is. Johnny and him put on the best that they could put on the spot. And you know what the best part of the match was? I didn't see them calling a lot of spots. That's why I give it a 2. I didn't see a lot of spot calling. There's a nice shot of Theory hitting Gargano in the back with a briefcase. Can't wait till next week. They're going to have a match, Theory versus Johnny Gargano. That's going to be awesome. Otis picking up the win, though. Nice big assist from Theory. Strong slam on Gargano. Gargano already losing clean on Raw. Kind of wild. Braun coming down to the ring looking good. He's going to launch Gable into the ring, and then Gable's going to go on to put on a clinic in what was the best match of the night because of how good Chad Gable is. Chad Gable is the most underrated wrestler in the WWE today. He is an absolute stud in the ring. And move for move, pound for pound, he's the best athlete in the WWE today, in my opinion. What'd you think of this match? He carried.
Was it really a match?
Yeah. It was. Listen, it was TV time for Gable, bro.
Call it a match.
It was TV time for Gable. I won't call it a match.
It is. This is just what I'm talking about. And it's the same for Lashley because it looks like after he loses the belt, really Lashley's going to be in my famous Inception line limbo. Strowman is heading in that direction too, and this is really sad. First of all, big fucking mistake making him babyface. Whose brilliant fucking idea was that? Should be fired immediately or take that back. Should have kept him as a heel. And now you're teasing, which is not a tease. It's going to be a spoiler probably on the season premiere because it would make sense to make some noise. You're going to book him with a man that is over 7 feet tall, the Nigerian giant, a guy that cannot wrestle in the ring,
Yeah, Omos was watching the
With
background with MVP. Yeah,
And this is really, really bad. And if
yeah.
Strowman signed for this, how much money did they give you to just have a match with this guy? Because we all see what he did with Lashley.
Imagine
Those matches
Omos
were
beats
horrible.
Braun Strowman. Is that where they're
He
headed
will.
with this?
He will.
They bring Braun back just to beat Omos, to lose to Omos. That's disgusting. That's disgusting. But at the end of the day, I loved all the TV time that Chad Gable got. I thought his vignette. See, he did a vignette with Otis. They filmed something somewhere else, and he cut a hell of a promo. Master Gable, man. And he looks pretty serious with Otis there behind him. Otis ain't no small fuck. He just beat Gargano tonight. Gargano, a guy who kicks out of pedigrees and stunners and diamond cutters, and he beat him. That's his bodyguard. Gable, and not only that, but Otis is out there throwing Braun Strowman around. He's not like he's just throwing it. He's throwing Braun Strowman over the announce table. He's throwing Braun Strowman over the top rope.
Strowman's throwing it.
Maybe. But regardless, what I'm seeing is they're putting Otis over pretty big, man. They want people to look at Otis like he's a big boy. He's a big boy. When he's in the ring, he's as big as anybody in there. That's how they want you to look at him. And not only that, they want you to know that he's got Gable's back. Master Gable. I hope they put the title on Master Gable one day. I think he would be phenomenal. He could turn into a Ric Flair out of nowhere like that. Like fast. Okay. We have to wait and see. MVP and Omos watching in the back, like Jay mentioned. That is not a good look for Braun Strowman, though, because the way he was booked tonight tells me that there's a good chance he could be losing to the guy you're looking at right now in Omos. My God, I can't believe it. Chad Gable looked absolutely phenomenal tonight, but Braun Strowman ended up getting the win with a big powerbomb. Last ride powerbomb. I wonder if he asked Undertaker if that was okay. Next week, we're going to have the DX 25th anniversary celebration, and also here's a shot of the Raw Women's Champion. Contract signings coming up next between her and
I
Bayley.
could have swore that DX25 was 5 years ago. You sure they're not just doing this for TV?
Listen, I thought it was last week and the week before, and then they delayed it, and apparently it's tonight. And the problem is, it's going to be in Brooklyn next Monday, and you know what's going to happen, right? You know what Brooklyn's going to be chanting next Monday night, right?
Please get off the ring.
They're going to be chanting. There's already an organized petition for people that have tickets to Brooklyn, and they're all petitioning that everybody must chant the whole time. When DX comes out, they're going to chant Daddy Ass.
This is going to be nuts.
Daddy Ass, Daddy Ass, Daddy Ass, Daddy Ass. Triple H is out there trying to talk, and they just Daddy Ass, Daddy Ass, Daddy Ass. Scissor me, Daddy. Who's the hottest tag team in the world right now?
FTR.
Ooh. I have to disagree with you, my friend. Because everybody loves the Acclaimed, man. Everybody. But yeah, FTR is pretty hot. FTR is pretty hot, not going to lie to you right now. But they're not getting booked. They had a big tweet the other day. They're telling Tony Khan, hey, we still work for you. Maybe book us once in a while? What's going on with that?
And we all know FTR will not win the tag teams anytime soon now that the Acclaim won it. So it makes no sense for FTR to take the belts from them when they have this momentum and they're so over.
They let us know next week. Today the tickets went on sale for the Royal Rumble, and I don't get how this is possible. How is it record breaking? You're telling me the Royal Rumble 1992 didn't sell out faster than this? Royal Rumble 1999 with Stone Cold. Royal Rumble 2001 with Triple H and Cena and The Rock. Come on now. Royal Rumble San Antonio, Texas, Saturday, January 28th. Record breaking ticket sales, they say. I don't know, man. The road to WrestleMania begins with a Royal Rumble. Now we're going to get an interview with Bobby Lashley, where he tells us he is going to finish off Seth Rollins next week on Raw And the title will be on the line, so this way Seth Rollins can't have any excuses. This is going to be after the Extreme Rules. Do you see Seth Rollins maybe taking that title off him?
Yes, because it's a season premiere. It's in
Brooklyn.
Lashley had a good run. Still number one babyface, but it will change soon. But it's time for him to take the belt off. Where do I see him going after this? I have no idea, but it's time. And dude, you do need a title change for a season premiere.
What if Seth Rollins is the White Rabbit? What if Seth Rollins has master manipulated Dexter Lumis to corrupt Miz, brings in Theory?
The White Rabbit is Scarlett Bordeaux. If you guys do not know, she is a woman on SmackDown. She's basically the wife of Karrion Kross. Please, she is the White Rabbit.
I don't know about that. Bobby Lashley looks pretty serious here, though. He looks pretty upset. But the way that they're selling that he's hurt, they really sold that Mustafa Ali hurt his arm tonight. And that's why he's in the back getting checked up by the doctor. Because if Seth Rollins can beat him on Monday, they're of course going to go on to say he was injured, he was hurt, he was wrestling Rollins hurt. They're going to do whatever they can to make him still look strong. Which isn't hard, because Bobby Lashley's Bobby Lashley. Now we're going to get the segment for the Raw Women's Championship contract signing, the first women's ladder match for the championship in WWE history, which I thought was really interesting. Bayley comes out, says the ladder is symbolic of my entire WWE career. Unlike you, I've had to climb and climb and climb and climb to get to the top. I used to be just like you with the ponytail and all those signs out there that used to say, Bayley, hug me. I used to have the headbands, the ponytail on the side, the big bright colors. I was just like you. What did you think of this promo from Bayley, Bianca, of course the contract signing, and then the finish?
Very weak, flat. Didn't do it for me. Bayley, since she comes back, her promos haven't really hit home. Never hit a home run. Every time she was a heel before she tore her ACL, her promos was on point. Her abusing Michael Cole was even better. Now she just comes off flat. She comes off as desperation. She comes off as, maybe if I say this, I could get everybody going ooh and ah. I didn't even like this. I don't even know why she even brought it back to the Bayley character and all this. I mean, there was the attack that she did on Belair to make a point, but that was the only good thing. But it was another filler. It wasn't really good for me, but hey, man, I give this 1.5.
I'll give it a 1.5 as well, because I'm not... The only reason I'm interested in this is, and I'm kind of shocked that this is the first ladder match. Really? All these years we haven't seen a women's ladder match? For the championship?
I just feel like it's going to be a very cautious match. You're not going to do...
No, yeah, 100%.
100%. You're not going to make Bayley do all crazy spots, so...
No. If you've been watching Bayley's last few weeks of matches, especially her working with Bianca, the amount of choreography and the call-outs and the way Bianca does everything with call-outs and waiting and making sure they have eye contact and they're all in the same... It's so bad. It's like watching a bad ballet performance where they're just missing their cues. They're not dancing well together. There's no chemistry here. There really isn't no chemistry. It looks so bland. And Bianca, to me, is a paper champion. On paper, she looks great. On video packages, she looks great. But if you really break down the footage and watch her wrestle, she knows how to do some of the moves, yeah. She knows how to make some of the moves even look good. But her overall work in the ring, her foot movement, her call-outs, the way she takes spots, the way she calls spots, it's all bad. It's like almost rookie level bad. She just hasn't, to me, when I look at her, she hasn't got it yet. I don't look at her and compare her to like somebody like Asuka. Like Asuka, I think, can get in the ring with anybody and have a match without calling one spot. And, you know, just she'll lead the match.
Can't call it. Can't speak English. Of course, she can't call style spot. But
that's how good of a worker she is. You don't think she's a better worker than Bianca Belair?
I think she's a horrible worker, Savage. I think all these women are horrible. Asuka, Alexa Bliss, all of them. All of them. And we'll get into that.
We'll get into Alexa Bliss in a moment. Here we get a video package. Well, not a video package. It's apparently a live shot of Dakota Kai and Io Sky beating the shit out of Alexa. Apparently, they're trying to break Asuka's leg. They're kicking the shit out of Alexa. While this is happening, then Bayley turns around and beats the shit out of Bianca in the ring, knocks her out of the chair, throws her over the table. Tries to throw her into the ring apron, but Bianca would counter, send Bayley there, and then Bianca, the champ, looking weak, just running away. I'm just going to run away now. I got her down, but let me get out of here because this bitch is crazy. Ding dong. Bad. This was all bad. But apparently it doesn't matter if she runs away because she wasn't running away because she was scared. She wasn't running away so she can go check on her friends Alexa Bliss and Asuka. And then, of course, we get the zoom-in shot on Alexa Bliss, who lets us know that this isn't over. Io Sky, I want you in that ring tonight. And I said to myself, did that really just happen? Are we really about to get another damage control match? And not only that, is this match going to be the main event? Is that what's happening right now?
It is.
I would have been okay with this if this would have instantly turned into a match where Alexa just runs to the ring, Io comes out, boom, match. Fine. Great. So it's
I would
done.
have been
It's
okay
over.
if it never happened.
Yeah, I would have been okay with that too. Commentary out here looking just absolutely astonished that they're about to watch this main event. They can't wait to watch the shit show of Io Sky and Alexa Bliss. But real quick, let's get into the upcoming matches at Extreme Rules, which, by the way, I'll be doing live commentary on this Saturday, so make sure you're watching. Extreme Rules, I Quit match, Edge versus Finn Balor. Who you got on this match, and why?
I'm going with Edge because he's old.
I think I have to agree with you on this one, but if they want Judgment Day to start really looking good, feeling good, being strong, selling merch, they need to win against Edge. And in convincing fashion. If they don't pull off this win, they might as well just break the faction up.
Maybe.
So you're taking Edge in this, right? I think Edge is going to win, but I'm going to take Finn Balor just because Finn Balor needs this win more than Edge does. He just does. In this point in his career where he's at, this is like a passing of the torch kind of a match, in my opinion. So
We'll see.
6-man tag team, good old-fashioned Donnybrook match. I can't even believe this. Brawling Brutes versus Imperium. This is probably going to be a hell of a match. You got a winner in this one?
They're going to give it to the Brutes.
I think the Brawling Brutes are definitely taking this, 100%. 100%. Because this is going to be good TV. We're also going to get Sheamus versus Gunther on SmackDown again. Maybe a good reason to actually watch SmackDown. That match should be good if it's anything like the match they had at Clash at the Castle. Extreme Women's Rules, Women's Championship, Liv Morgan versus Ronda Rousey. Who are you taking on this?
Ronda.
I'm going with Ronda too. End of story. No other reason other than Liv Morgan is the worst women's champion that SmackDown's ever had. Extreme Rules, Fight Pit. Special guest referee Daniel Cormier. Never. Can't say his name right.
Riddle.
You're taking Riddle. I'm taking Seth. All right. I like it. Strap match: Drew McIntyre versus Karrion Kross. It's got to be Karrion Kross, right? Like without a doubt.
To be.
Pay-per-view debut. You have the season premiere of Raw coming up. You know he's not going to show up to the season premiere of Raw a loser. Promise you that. Women's Championship ladder match: Bianca Belair versus Bayley. Interesting. Imagine this is the main event. This might even be the main event the way they're hyping it up.
Taking Belair.
I'm taking Bayley. I think Damage Control is has all signs go to. They gave you the shot tonight on the ladder.
Please no.
Yeah.
Please no.
Yeah, it's gonna
That
happen.
would be horrible.
It is, but it's gonna happen.
No.
Solo Sikoa would save Monday Night Raw. Solo Sikoa would take on Angelo Dawkins with Montez Ford at his side, who, by the way, has a boot on his foot. Apparently, he's sidelined by injury.
That was a shocker.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that. Solo picked up the win tonight in impressive fashion. Obviously, there was a lot of shenanigans between the Bloodline, Jimmy Uso, Sami Zayn running around, running wild. Solo looking good all by himself. Solo, though. He don't need anybody. Angelo Dawkins also looking very good. There's the boot on Montez Ford's foot. What did you think of this match? I thought they did a fantastic job. It was a hard-hitting match. Some good spots. Beautiful fucking moves by Solo. But it was a slow pace. The only thing I didn't like in this match is it me or were they showing a replay of every move Solo did? Like,
I don't know, but I didn't really see nothing special in this match. I saw 2 Samoa drops. Dawkins had the moose on the outside, but he did a shitty insecurity. So I didn't really.
yeah,
see
the
nothing
insecurity was
special.
bad.
The only thing I like is the spinning heel kick, which the camera didn't.
Did you
really
see
get
his
a
drop
good view.
kick though? I got a shot of his drop kick, and he's hitting Solo in the face with a drop kick.
Well, I saw that, but
That was
what
good.
else? The only thing that looked good was the spinning heel kick, which the camera really didn't catch.
Yeah, yo, the camera fucked up that spinning heel kick. You're right
Spinning
about that.
solo, spinning solo, 1, 2, 3. But this is average, so I give it a 2.
I thought Sami Zayn's ring work was always good on the side, doing his thing, being annoying, being a pest. Him and Jimmy. Obviously, that's going to come to a clash, right? What was this thing
Hopefully.
Dawkins was doing, by the way, where he was like doing a split every time he was like punching and dodging punches? What was up with that?
Thinks he's the Road Dogg celebrating the 25th anniversary for next week. He's getting ready.
Maybe, man. Maybe. The way they're doing the Street Profits right now, Montez is going to come back from this injury and go off on his own.
He needs to turn heel.
He needs to turn on Dawkins, right? Dawkins has to be that sacrificial lamb. He's got to be the Marty Jannetty. He's the new generation Marty Jannetty. And Montez Ford is the new generation Shawn Michaels.
He's the Miles Morales.
Maybe, man. Solo Sikoa picking up the big win. Rock bottom, super rock bottom. Montez Ford trying his best to cheer on Dawkins to try to get him to recover in this match. There's a great shot of Sami Zayn doing his fucking thing in the ring. Jay and Sami have a great dynamic coming up right now, and I think that's going to lead to a match. I don't know when, but it's going to lead to a match, and I think it's going to be a good match. Who do you think would win that opening match between Sami Zayn and Jey Uso?
Jey Uso.
Yeah, right? That's funny. Sami Zayn's been great, though, bro. Would it really surprise you if Sami Zayn has a championship run within the next 400 days?
Nah, no. It wouldn't even surprise me one bit. We already know what he's capable of, but it's not going to happen.
You gotta like how Sami Zayn is the one holding up Solo's hand at the end of this match, not his cousins. Or not his cousins, his brothers. These are Solo's real brothers. That's crazy. We haven't had 3 brothers in the ring since the Von Erichs. The Usos right now are on another level right now. I have to respect them more, man. Now that the bloodline is like really a bloodline. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy.
See where it goes.
Is Nia Jax coming back? She's in that bloodline.
She is the most dangerous worker that I've ever seen on live TV. Nia Jax.
We got a Theory promo with Alpha Academy. He will take on Johnny Gargano, and he will take him 8-town down. Next week on Monday Night Raw. Who's winning that match next week? I have to think Theory and Alpha Academy. Johnny's all by himself.
I'm going with Gargano.
Kevin Owens was nowhere in sight tonight to help Johnny out.
Shocker.
I think that's why we got so much damage control. Kevin Owens, something happened to Kevin Owens. Because there's no reason for him to miss Monday Night Raw. So something must have happened where he either needed personal time or maybe he has a slight aggravation to an injury. Something happened for KO to not be on Raw tonight. Because he already told us, this is the KO show. This is the KO show. Now we're going to get an Edge promo real quick. I'll give you the tidbits of it. He said, at 37, I was told I had to retire. I had no choice until I decided to make it a choice that, but I can't quit. I can't quit. By the time that choice became a reality, I was 46. This is my dream gig. What becomes harder is the fact that it's not just taking a toll on me, it's taking a toll on my family. No matter how many times I beat Judgment Day, they keep coming back. I have to become a one-man gang. All four of you can't hurt me enough to make me say I quit. I hope you are all ready for a war, because I damn sure am. What are you rating that promo?
I'm gonna give it a 1, man. I didn't really think it did it for me.
Wasn't believable.
I heard this shit before. It didn't do it for me. And it's always the same bullshit. I get hurt, and then I do this vignette or promo segment, video package, whatever you want to call it. And it's always the same shit. I'm going with him to win the match, and I quit match. Because let's face it, he's old, and they're going to give it to him. He took all the abuse, but it's still not going to end the Judgment Day. So where is the storyline going? And it sucks because it's not going to be the end. Hopefully Rey Mysterio or something really dramatic could take Edge out for a long time and let him come back and face a new foe.
I would be happy if the season premiere of Monday Night Raw did not have Edge or fucking Rey Mysterio in it.
This just has to stop.
Or DX. The fact that DX is in the premiere of Raw, that's already like bad news. This is not a good sign.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
That's not a good sign. We got a preview of matches and shit that's going on next week on Raw. Roman Reigns and the Bloodline will both be on Monday Night Raw next week in Brooklyn. Bobby Lashley versus Seth freaking Rollins for the United States Championship in Brooklyn. Johnny Gargano versus Austin Theory in Brooklyn. This is actually a pretty good card for Brooklyn. It's making me want to buy a fucking ticket to Brooklyn. I mean, if you want to go last minute, man, next Monday, let me know, man. We can StubHub that shit.
We'll see. But
and don't forget, 25 years of D-Generation X, Road Dogg, X-Pac, HBK, and
that was
Triple
5
H,
years ago.
The Game.
It's 25 anniversary always every 5 years. Every 5 years they do this.
A lot of anniversaries this year.
Don't worry, 5 years.
Do you realize this is the first year that we haven't seen John Cena wrestle in a match in over like 2 decades?
Good. Who wants to see him anyway?
I'm just saying, that's pretty crazy. We've seen him wrestle every other year of our lives for like the last 21, 22 years. Whatever it is.
Oh, you can say the same thing about The Undertaker.
That's true. That's a good point, but we're not talking about Undertaker. We're talking about John Cena. Alexa Bliss coming down to the ring. She's going to take on Io Sky. Bianca Belair is going to be alongside her coming down to the ring. Shitty fucking match. Shitty fucking performance. Shitty fucking wrestling. Shitty fucking finish. Just fucking shit all around the board. Complete shit show. The Lou Thesz press that Alexa Bliss did twice was the worst Lou Thesz press I've ever seen in my fucking life. She didn't even land on her knees. She landed on her feet. Then she sat down. It was lazy. It was atrocious. It was disrespectful to Lou Thesz. I give this match a 0 fucking star. It was a complete, utter disgrace for a main event. And
it was bad.
It was bad.
Mean, Sky had the shitty drop kick on the outside.
Feel bad for Minnesota.
The only thing that was impressive was the double arm vertical backbreaker she did, followed by the double knees. Bliss's knee to the face was shit. I didn't like how she handled the match, like you said, from the jump start with loose bench press. It was bad. The flip over splash she did on Damage Control was horrible. Flip over moonsault, whatever you want to call it. Sky with the impressive airway crash followed by over the moonsault. I guess that's the new name now. 1, 2, 3. Everything was horrible. How about after the match? How about the part where Damage Control came out, started beating up everybody, and then they put Bliss in the middle of a ladder, and they have Kai and Sky kicking each corner of the ladder, but guess what? It never touched Bliss, and she's over here selling it, and it's so bad.
And then they zoomed in on her with her eyes open.
It was so horrible. I don't even know where to begin. I don't even know why Belair was even in this. She should have just stayed out of this, but it was so horrible. I can't rate this. I can't even believe
Asuka comes limping with a kendo stick.
Asuka just got her ass kicked real quick. I don't even know what was the point of that. It was just so bad, man.
No, the worst was when they dropped the ladder on her calves, like that was supposed to hurt. And like they didn't even throw it on her, they just like dropped it. Like it was so bad. I mean, it has me so worried for this ladder match, because this could end up being the worst ladder match of all time.
Not even looking forward to it.
Unless Bayley does some crazy shit off the top of the ladder, like if she does some Jeff Hardy shit, maybe. But
she can't.
Yeah, exactly.
She can't.
Maybe Bianca can. You think Bianca might do some high risk shit?
She'll do most of the selling.
There's Bayley holding up the Women's Championship there. That's what ends Raw. Bayley holding up the WWE Women's Championship, and you're going to have to wait till this Saturday to find out if Bayley will retain in what has been maybe the shittiest storyline of the year. Damage Control hasn't been good since they premiered at SummerSlam. That was the last time they were relevant. That was the last time they were good. That was the last time I gave a fuck. That was the last time I was pumped. The first time they picked up my microphone, within 36 seconds, I realized this was a bad idea. Bad idea.
And it's still going.
Bad idea. Extreme Rules! This Saturday, make sure you're there. You'll be able to hear my live play-by-play commentary on what I am predicting will be the botchiest match of the night. The Women's Championship ladder match between Bianca Belair versus Bayley. Choreographed from tonight, fucked up live on Saturday. They're going to fuck up somewhere. Extreme Rules, Saturday. Also, Halloween Havoc coming up October 22nd. That's a Saturday as well. Just wanted to give a shout out to NXT. That main event is going to be fire. Dragunov versus Braun Breaker versus JD McDonough. That might be the best match you watch the entire month of October and all of professional wrestling. So make sure you tune in.
Savage, I think you're wrong. I think it's Roxanne Perez versus Cora Jade.
Maybe. Let's real quick. Did you watch SmackDown on Friday?
I saw SmackDown. I saw bits and pieces, and never impressive. We can get into it.
It didn't look like we missed much. You really didn't miss much. I mean, it opened up the night with Ricochet and Madcap Moss versus Sami Zayn and Solo Sikoa. I always love Sami Zayn, so that was good. The match itself, Solo Sikoa and Sami Zayn, of course, went on to defeat Ricochet and Moss. WWE does a pretty good job of doing traditional multi-man tag matches really well, and this one was no exception. The energy was there. The heels are so over that even a thrown-together team like Ricochet and Moss, the fans are still rooting for a win. But they didn't get it. The Bloodline continued to roll in what was, in my opinion, a fun match. I'm not going to say a great match, but it was a fun match. And the lights dimmed at the end momentarily for another tease for the impending arrival of the White Rabbit. Did you catch that match between Madcap, Ricochet, and Solo and Sammy?
Yeah, nothing impressive there, but doesn't Madcap look like a star with all that silly, goofy shit that he stopped wearing?
Yeah, absolutely. Madcap looks like beyond a superstar. He looks like he's ready to go, man. He should have a good showing in the Royal Rumble this year. I feel like
we'll see.
The Rumble will be a good test to see where he is. Who's going to eliminate him? How long is he going to stay? Is he going to be the part? Like, let me ask you a question. If you had to pick the final four of the Rumble from today, who do you think it would be? That's a tough question, right?
Johnny Gargano.
Okay, that's one. Who's the other three?
You gotta have a.
I'm gonna just throw it out there. Kevin Owens. Put Kevin Owens.
Seth Rollins.
Okay. Seth Rollins would be my number 2.
Not KO, no KO. Let's see. Now you gotta have another big star. Who's another big star in Raw Day, right? Raw.
Bobby Lashley.
No, I'll put Strowman. He's on
Braun
Monday
Strowman,
Night Raw.
number 3. Okay.
He's on Monday Night Raw.
All right. And then number 4 would have to be probably.
Before it has to be somebody weak, somebody with no odds, but somebody popular. At the same time.
Bray Wyatt.
Could be a Joker.
Bray Wyatt, Cody Rhodes.
You know what?
Could be Cody.
No. I'll do that. I'll take the Joker as the number 30, as the last entry.
So it could be anybody.
Because if it is Bray, it would be a good showdown between Bray and Strowman. A lot of the crowd.
That would be nice. That would be nice. The last two, Braun and.
So I'm gonna pick those 4.
You like my pick for Bray? I think it makes more sense to hold on Bray's return until the Rumble.
Joker. I'm not saying it's Bray, but I'm saying Joker, Strowman, Rollins, and Gargano.
Okay. That's a good 4. I like that 4. We'll have to wait till January 28th to find that out. Here's that screenshot I mentioned earlier with The Miz, Seth Rollins, and Theory. And it's funny how it's Bobby Lashley who's on the floor. This could be a hell of a faction, man. If they actually made it work. Could be.
Let's say so. We've seen a lot of fractions now that make no sense.
Did you catch the match between Drew McIntyre versus Austin Theory?
Yeah, I didn't really think it was glamorous. The only thing was cool was the whole carrying cross promo and everything, and him basically talking that you wanted this. We've been waiting for this for a long time. This is I do see him as having the next program with Roman, but it depends on this match. I think this is the test for carrying cross, man. I think this is a real big test. So a lot of eyeballs, a lot of producers, a lot of officials, I think, are really going to be watching this match to see if he's possible to carry a program with Roman. The only thing bad throughout this program with Drew is just the botch with the fireball, but it's okay. They made it up in the ring, and they recovered well. So that was the only bad thing in this program, but the match has to deliver. If it doesn't deliver, then I don't see him fighting Roman.
I think this match just shows how amazing it is to see how much of a step back Theory has taken in terms of exposure since Triple H has taken over prior to SummerSlam. I don't know if it's a case of creative just not believing in him to the extent of like Vince McMahon, or if the new head of creative is simply looking for the right spot to execute this guy's moment. You know, because Theory's going to have a breakout moment. It's just not going to be yet anytime soon. I don't know where it's going to be. Also, Karrion Kross and Scarlett appeared in a pre-tape promo, and there was another little bit of a hype from the former NXT champion ahead of his leather strap match against Drew McIntyre at Extreme Rules, and there was another QR code that appeared at the end of said promo, a second tease for the White Rabbit campaign. We're going to get another match now with Hit Row versus Los Lotharios. Hit Row defeated Los Lotharios, but this match was really disappointing. I didn't rate it. I thought it was terrible. Did you watch it?
No.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. Ronda Rousey versus Natty. It was a submission-heavy match with each woman looking for a tap-out, including the baddest woman on the planet applying an ankle lock and getting just that out of the Queen of Hearts. After the match, a baseball bat-wielding Liv Morgan appeared and insisted that they not wait until Extreme Rules. Instead, she sought out a fight with Ronda Rousey that night. What'd you think of that whole... More of the same, right? It was nothing different. Nothing unique about any of that shit.
This was pretty bad.
Yeah. Imperium beats Sheamus down ahead of next week's rematch from Clash at the Castle between champion Gunther and Sheamus. The ring general led Imperium to the ring for a promo. The Celtic Warrior predictably interrupted, but was, Butch and Rich Holland were not able to be there due to the hurricane. And there was a verbal back and forth, and then a beatdown by the heels who left Sheamus in a heap. But Sheamus just asked if that's all that they had. And of course, that was not. Imperium left them lying once more to end the segment. What'd you think of this segment? I thought it made Sheamus look fucking awesome.
I thought it was good, but I don't get the purpose of Brawling Boots becoming baby faces, but whatever. It worked here. It was a good story. I'm looking forward to the match. I think it's going to be the same old, but I'm still looking forward to the match.
I don't think they're necessarily faces. I think they're just like faces on a case-by-case basis. So, like, for example, this case, it's Imperium. So in this case, they're the faces. Because Imperium is just way better natural bad guys. But when they go on to do whatever's next, they're not going to be faces. They're cheaters, they're drunks, they're bar fighters, the shenanigans will be back. Very cool. Very cool. Shotzi versus Bayley was going to be your main event. Bayley deserves kudos for working so hard to lend Shotzi credibility here. And the green-haired babyface showed up and showed out in her latest opportunity to rebuild equity with the fans. This was a solid match for as short as it was, and actually made both of them look good. Bayley went on to defeat Shotzi, and Shotzi's tank is also back, and all is right in the world. What'd you think of this match?
They're building Shanti. I mean, I think it's the right opportunity. This is a underutilized woman on SmackDown, and I think everybody needs to pay attention. She has great matches. She was a former NXT Women's Champion, so she does have experience, and the tank works. It always worked. I always loved the tank, even on NXT, when she ran it over Robert Stone's feet. So it's great to see it back. I love the little pyro. It's going to work. Give her a little time, and she'll win over the crowd a lot more than the SmackDown champion and, Liv Morgan over there.
It's crazy how Bayley literally main evented SmackDown and Raw 2 nights in a row. That's why it's hard for me to believe that she's not going to get this dub over Bianca right now. They've been booking Bayley so strong, having her beat like everybody. She even pinned Bianca, first one to do it. Not Alexa, not Asuka, not any of these other cats, but Bayley. So whether Bayley's cutting shitty promos or not, someone has attached the jetpack to Bayley's back. And she's headed back to the top of that women's roster, without a doubt in my mind. But other than that, I'm just excited about Johnny Gargano versus Austin Theory next week. I think that's going to be great to see in Brooklyn. Hopefully we get a real match with these two.
You should.
We should. We'll see. We have to wait and see, man. What match are you most excited about for Extreme Rules?
Yeah. I'm not going to say I'm excited. I'm not excited for any match on Extreme Rules. I'll say what I'm looking forward to watch, I say. Oh, man. I don't even want to say that match, man. These such many bad cards. Bad card. You know what? I think I'll just be excited to watch Brawling Boots versus Imperium.
Brawling Boots?
I will look forward to seeing that. I think they'll put on a show.
Okay.
6-man tag. I don't think everybody else will deliver like that.
Not bad. So, I don't know if you know this, but on the 22nd of this month, I'm going to go and meet Bret Hart and FTR at a show in Brooklyn on October 22nd. Went ahead and got the VIP package. I'm going to have ringside seats to the show, a VIP meet and greet with Bret, VIP meet and greet with FTR. So my question to you is, I'm going to get FTR to sign the signatures, the figures that I have of them. What should I get Bret Hart to sign? One of the titles or the AEW ring?
Nothing. He should be wiping your feet. That's what he should be doing. Getting on his knees and kissing your fucking feet.
Why is that?
Why are you telling him to do that? Because you hate the man. I can't believe you're even paying to see this man. You're probably paying to shit on him. That's what you're probably doing. You paid to shit on Bret Hart face to face. Congratulations, Savage. It's coming true in a few weeks.
But I am going to get his autograph first, though. I'm basically going to have a video of me telling him, Bret, I would
probably put
Bret, I want you to sign this. Bret screwed Bret.
I will probably do the belt because he won the belt.
Which title? Which title? The Attitude?
I mean, it's not the closest, but it has a fucking eagle on it.
Yeah, but it already has so many signatures on it. Like, where would I even get him to sign it? And it's all fucked up. Maybe I should get him signed the NWO belt, WCW. Wasn't he world champion too?
He was.
Right? Bret Hart
was world champion.
Bret Hart.
He was WCW champion.
WCW champion.
I think after that whole Goldberg debacle.
Yeah, Bret Hart was definitely WCW champion. He's holding it right there. And then that's when the whole NWO thing happened. Didn't they beat him and then spray paint NWO on it?
I think he was like joined and then he was like the leader or some shit.
He was in the fucking NWO. He was in the fucking.
He was in before he won the belt. I think he became the leader like when he took the belt.
Yeah, I got a picture here with him wearing an NWO shirt, having that title on.
Yeah, but I think he was in an NWO before he won the belt.
Probably. I'm sure he was. I mean, I know Goldberg ruined his career with that kick to the head.
And
what's your favorite Bret Hart memory or match of all time?
Man, Goldberg dropped him on his head. Like,
God damn, that was savage. That was the most savage. That was the most savage thing.
That's like the dumbest thing to even forget. Like, that's something that I could have done. Like, oh, I could do that. I'll just hold you.
That was bad. That was bad.
I know.
Well, I am hyped though, because also Jay Lethal's gonna be there. I'm not hyped that I gotta pay him money for an autograph, but that's the other thing with him. I would probably just get him to sign the ring.
I'll get him to sign one of those $5 dolls or something they got in there in the discount stores and those little mom and pop shops. I mean, let's face it.
That's fucked up.
Jay Lethal's having a bad run. We're just seeing it live.
Well, I don't have a figure of him. I mean, AEW hasn't made one yet. They probably won't even make one of him.
Did you return your Thunder Rosa doll?
I never got a Thunder Rosa doll. That was Dave. Dave, you gotta ask him. My MJF shirt came today. Came today. The past, the present, and the future of professional wrestling.
Only took 4 weeks.
Only took 4 weeks from prowrestlingtees.com. The worst place to buy wrestling t-shirts in the country.
Order yours now.
I could drive to wherever AEW is going to be this week and get my shirt before they would send it to me.
Hey, got it in today.
The only problem is they won't even have a good selection of shirts. How disappointing was the selection of shirts at Grand Slam?
Pretty bad.
I have to say that was probably the worst display of merchandise. The only thing that I'll give them credit for is they had the belt on hand for once. That's the first time I've ever seen it physically on hand. So that means they are making more of them. Eventually that means they're going to get cheaper. Because when they don't sell them anymore, they're going to lower the price. And that's when I'll buy it. I'll buy it when it's like $600. I'm not paying $800 for that belt, bro. TNT title's coming out, I think, for pre-order soon. I wonder how much they're going to charge for the TNT title. Which, by the way, is never defended on TNT.
Not even defended, period.
Yeah, it's bad. Did you hear the match with Wardlow? Wardlow versus, what's his name? Brian Cage?
Oh gosh, that's another bad match.
You don't even think it has a small chance of being good?
Come on, let's face it. Nobody wants to see Brian Cage anymore.
So
It's
is
bad.
this going to be a big squash match?
I think so.
Would you be shocked if Brian Cage takes the title off Wardlow?
Should, but it's not gonna happen.
It's not going to happen. Yeah, I agree with that.
We'll see.
But let's not talk anymore AEW. We save all the AEW talk for Wednesday nights. And I would usually be giving you the Rampage breakdown tonight. Because when we cover SmackDown normally, we cover Rampage. But not anymore. Tonight is WWE night. So every week from now on, we'll be covering Monday Night Raw. We'll talk about SmackDown. So my next question to you, Jay, to end the show. What did you enjoy better? Friday Night SmackDown or Monday Night Raw? What was better this week?
Look, everybody knows none. It's always the same answer
always the same.
every single week. The only show that I bleed is NXT 2.0. Okay? That's the only show I live. And tomorrow, Savage, I know you're a fan of the Austin McMahon rivalries, which is probably the best in your lifetime. But you have not seen something greater than Roxanne Perez and the Generation of Jade, Cora Jade. This is a rivalry, Savage, that I told you this will highlight WrestleMania in the future. It will be an event. And you're about to get a close scrimmage.
That's a great way to end the show.
NXT Live.
But Jay's not lying. Tomorrow night you are going to see a hell of a
Season
broadcast. We will be bringing you the
Season
results
premiere.
from NXT tomorrow night live at 10:30 p.m. Eastern. So make sure you're there for that. Also, follow us on Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Spotify. Thank you for getting me to 15,000 followers on TikTok. I appreciate you. Thank you for almost getting me to 300 subs on YouTube. Thank you for getting me to almost 600 followers on Twitch. The numbers are growing, and we're gonna grow. We're gonna grow without you. And Jim Cornette, I'm coming for you, bro. I'm coming for you, Jim. You better watch out.
No.
This is Wrestling with Savage, episode 107 in the books. Thank you, Jay. Have a good night, everybody. God bless. We'll see you next time. Shout out to Dave, shout out to Gilch, and shout out to Crittext for the song you're about to hear. Everybody have a good night and take care.
And I just want to say, you are listening to Wrestling with Savage, the best podcast in the history of podcasts. Max Caster, your future AEW champion. Fucking man. Yeah.
Pedigree, 1, 2, 3, project you live by the champ. A last ride straight to hell, a tombstone, a choke slam. Here to give it to you raw. This is Wrestling with Savage, SmackDown. Hold the title, this is Wrestling with Savage. What?
Wrestling with Savage begins now.